Hello and welcome to the BUHI Social Media Marketing Analysis presentation for our company, BUHI Bag Supply Company. Now in this presentation, we have a lot ahead of us. We'd like to start with going over our company goals, moving into our marketing plan and implementation. We'd like to go over our target audience and segmentation that we've created, and move into the different channels that we've been using. We also would like to include our tell-all secret sauce about what worked and what didn't work about our campaign, and then we'll go over our results and what to change going forward with our resolutions. Now, some of the goals and strategies that we have set for ourselves was to spend the entire allocated budget. We were given $5,000 every week for 6 weeks, and so in a total we got $30,000 for our social media campaign. Now, we've been advised to use our budget wisely, meaning about 25% of it was spent on the production costs of the post and 75% was used on the promotion. We also wanted to increase our number of visitors to our website and grow our brand awareness through followers and increase our engagement through different kinds of impressions we receive on our posts, meaning likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions that people have given us. Now, we also wanted to remember that our engagement leads to different conversions, and we wanted a balance between our organic and our promoted posts. We wanted to also increase our sales. Now, last year we made $15 million with a 2.5 of a market share for all retail bags. This year we've moved from 12 to 25% of our marketing budget has been used to spend on social media. So we have projected a goal for $17 million for this year and increase our market share to 3%. Now, how would we do this? How would we accomplish these things? We wanted to start with establishing a better brand presence on our social media sites, meaning that we use all the media channels that we tried out all the media channels that we could and see which brought the best revenue, which brought the best engagement. This being, we started on Facebook and Instagram. We also moved into Twitter, onto LinkedIn, YouTube, and Pinterest. Now, we also wanted a balance between promoted versus organic posts. We wanted to promote posts that were needed to reach a bigger population, a bigger percent of our followers. And we wanted to spread out our budget, so not all of those $5,000 were for one post, that we could spread out throughout the week and so we can get more engagement from our followers. We also wanted to work with and to study different influencers to see what brings them success and to see if we can use some of their strategies as part of our strategy, so we can create bigger success with our campaign. We also wanted to segment the market and create specific content for each type of primary, secondary, tertiary markets that we have. We wanted to appeal to specific target audiences and not just post general posts on our social media sites so that we can make content that is created for our audience. And the biggest portion of our marketing plan that we found was essential was active listening, meaning that we paid attention to our competition, we paid attention to what our followers were saying about us and how we can help them. And we were also constantly adjusting our formula. So we know that the trend topics and styles and different content changes so frequently, we wanted to stay on top of it. We also wanted to go through our analytics to focus on what is succeeding and what's not succeeding. As part of our strategy, we focused on different posting days, different posting times for different channels, and we wanted to ensure that we were doing the best we could about the timing of our posts. Now, we have 7 different target audience personas, with about 90% of our customers at BUHI are aged 19 to 32, and all make within $12,000 to $70,000 a year. So we wanted to let them know that BUHI can provide affordable and stylish and quality bags for the budget they're looking for. Now we created different keywords for each one of these personas so that we can reach them and to reach their interests, the things that they're looking for, so that we can create more interaction with our customers. Now, we wanted to start with Back to School Mindy, who is going back to college or back to high school, and she's looking for a unique look for the fall. We have City Hopper Sue, who is planning a vacation to Thailand and needs more fashionable but practical travel bags for her trip. We have as well up-and-comer Raj, who is starting a new job at his law firm and is looking for something professional yet stylish for his laptop and his computer. We also have energetic Jill, who is starting to teach a Zumba class and needs something that looks good to carry her gear in. Seaside Sally is just looking for a bag for the beach for her trips out and about. Daypacker Tom is looking for a multi-purpose bag to take to his friend's cabin the next time they have a trip. And hipster mommy Cami has a pair of twin daughters who have started junior high, and she wants some sturdy yet stylish trendy bags for her kids. Now, the channels that we used, we based off of past success. We knew that Facebook and Instagram were very successful in the past, so we began our main focus on those two channels. We started to incorporate different platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, but we still found the most success on Instagram, Facebook, and surprisingly, Pinterest. Every single day we posted twice on Instagram and Facebook, and Instagram ended up being the only promoted channel that we invested in. It brought us the most return on our investments, and so that's what we stuck with. And as well as moving towards the end of the campaign, we posted every single day on all of our platforms, and on some days we posted 2 to 3 times, depending on their high activity days. Now, for the slide you've been waiting for, the tell-all secret sauce. Now, there are some things that didn't perform well and some things that did. The aspects of our campaign that didn't work well, that we had experimented with, were infographics, blogs, and meme posts. We didn't get too much impressions and different conversions from that. We also didn't find an adequate return on our investment for the YouTube videos because they were a high price to create. We also found not as much engagement with clever wordplay for our captions, such as puns and different emojis, as well as our influencer weeks, where we focused on the different influencers who can promote our items. They didn't create as much revenue as our organic and promoted post weeks. But what we did find was successful is that we have different keywords for our audience, meaning we have different call to action items, and we have different keywords that our audience is searching for, such as trendy, fashionable, stylish. We also have click, like, share, subscribe, different words that people are searching for. We noticed that people outdoors with our product and travel shots, as well as sales and holiday theme posts, were very successful. And we focused on more expensive products to promote. And we worked on spreading out our posts throughout the week on different channels. Now, the results, as you can see, we found the most success with Instagram, and then it moved from Facebook to Pinterest, and it went down the line for LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and the influencer rounds. Now, for our gross revenue for our entire campaign, we were able to make $175,390 with our total revenue before our investment was taken away, $205,390. We promoted many posts, and our top 22 posts that were successful were all promoted. However, we ended up using $28,837 out of our $30,000, meaning our post did not get enough clicks and on promoted items. Now, going forward, we want to keep our 5-star satisfaction and increase our social media budget because we've seen so much growth and so much potential that we have, but there are a couple things that we want to improve on. We knew our gross revenue isn't quite hitting our projected revenue that we want for our marketing team. Our projected revenue is $1,780,046. But in order to increase this, we suggest using more promoted posts because they brought in the majority of our revenue for this campaign. We also would like to focus on holiday promotions, go further in depth with our keywords, and focus more on channels like Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook that did bring a lot of revenue. They just require a little bit more attention. Now, if we go back to the influencers, we do believe there's also some potential there with the influencers. However, we know that it requires some more research. So going forward, using the influencers and pairing with them, we would do better to investigate the situation that we have so that we can make the use of our budget. Does anyone have any questions? It looks like we have a couple questions here. And it reads, based on the goals outlined by the CMO, by what percentage did you either hit or not hit the goal? Please restate the goal by the CMO and then give your answer. Now, the goals that we have by the CMO, let me go back to that slide so we can all reference them together. As I said before, we talked about us not quite hitting the allocated budget due to our promotions not getting enough clicks. We were able to increase the number of our visitors to our website, grow our brand awareness, increase our sales, and increase our engagement. And as far as improving our percentage for the first quarter of next year, we go back to the last slide, is really doing our research on what to promote and what audience we want to focus on, as well as the keywords having a big impact in there. The second question that we have is, based on your experience, what do you think the components begin with the algorithm? Basically, what is the secret sauce? Okay, I love this question. And we also see that with this slide that we've already gone over. We do see that when we posted on multiple times on those active days, typically Tuesday to Wednesday for Instagram and for Facebook, as well as the weekends for Pinterest, we found the most engagement, and we found times early in the morning or right before lunch or right before you went to bed is where we found the most conversions. So continuing to work on that will increase our engagements for the next quarter. What did we learn by testing out our content? Oh, wow. Okay, so going back to our influencer rounds, I have some statistics on here. For our influencer rounds, we kind of flopped a little bit. We didn't do enough research, so going forward, we'd like to go into more research and to dive deeper into what method is the best way. Because our second round of influencers that we made about $5,603, whereas our normal weeks we were in the 40,000s. Now, that is something that we needed to test out to understand. We needed to know what to offer the influencers and how to make smooth business transactions with them. So going forward, we would involve more research and more preparation with that aspect. From this whole experience, I absolutely loved it. I'm so grateful you gave me the opportunity to work with your company. It's given me such a professional view on the social media world and such a realistic application to the things we've been learning. I have a side business as well as this BUHI business. I'm working with a small author who is working on more reviews for her trilogy that she's working on. And I'm able to use this experience to promote her business over Instagram and over Facebook. And this whole experience has been amazing, and I'm excited to go forward and to use the things that I've learned. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening to my presentation.